Hola, fellow Cortanas, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cropivian, and today I'm gonna do a prediction for WrestleMania 41 this weekend, and this will encapsulate both nights. This will not be split into two separate videos. I'm doing the entire card in this video, so let's get right into my predictions here. This is a huge WrestleMania, and the road to WrestleMania this year has been really well rode. And it's been, there's been a lot of twists and turns this year. A lot of stuff that I didn't expect to happen, and people coming into the fold that made it that much better. But for night one, let's get it started. First match of night one is the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther versus main event Jey Uso. This one, I'm not going to take too much time because we got a lot of matches to get to, digging into all this. You guys, if you're wrestling fans, should know the majority of what has been happening each week on both Raw and SmackDown. But I actually saw their last match on Saturday night's main event. It was a solid match. It was solid, but I think this one, it's going to level up a little bit. I think they're going to actually get a little bit further, especially with how heated it's become on the road to WrestleMania. So I'm pretty steadfast in who I think is going to win this one, and I think it's going to be the main event, Jey Uso. It's time. It's time for him. Second match, tag team match for the World Tag Team Championships between the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, and the New Day, Kofi and Xavier. This heel turn's been pretty fun to watch so far, and I think it's going to get even better. But I don't know. The War Raiders are kind of killing it right now. However, I do think that we could very well start WrestleMania off with back-to-back title changes. Now, saying that, I also think that the War Raiders have a very good chance at retaining at the same time. However, this is a prediction video, and it gotta go one way or the other. And I think the way that this one's gonna go, the New Day gets it. It just feels like another opportunity for them to take it even further on another level, somewhere where they haven't been yet. I think this year they do something pretty big with this heel run. Next up is Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. I think we all know who's underneath the mask. I don't think there's much hiding that. However, there's still that chance for another ultimate twist at WrestleMania. So, this would be a very good opportunity to do kind of a reveal, and I'm sure it's going to be revealed somewhere in the match, mid-match or afterwards. If it is afterwards, then I would think that would mean that El Grande Americano would win the match. But also, if you do it in midway through the match, that kind of means that Rey Mysterio is going to win it, in a way. But you can tweak that and do something pretty fun with this one. And you could actually take the mask off midway through the match and still have El Grande Americano win. But at the end of the day, this is going to be an energetic match. I have total faith that this one's going to be energetic from start to finish. There's going to be a lot of quick done spots and a lot of just storytelling with that little metal piece of El Grande Americano. Obviously, I think that each side is going to have a big brawl at some point because that's just where it came to. But I think at the end of this one, the one that's going to come out on top is going to be El Grande Americano. And I think that it's going to be a very well earned and well deserved victory after so long. But the one underneath it, will he get the 1-0? Or will it be El Grande Americano with the 1-0? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Next match, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Very heated rivalry and very... not too many twists and turns with this one. Been pretty straightforward storytelling, which is not bad. Not negative at all on that. And I think that Naomi's going to actually pull this one out. Why do I think that? Well, plain and simple. She can irritate Cargill to the point where Cargill loses her cool, and Naomi's able to get the W through that, which would just push this story even further. I know a lot of people may not want to see it pushed any further than possibly WrestleMania, but another level taken to Backlash in Last Woman Standing or Extreme Rules. Who knows? Maybe even an ambulance match. It would be really cool to see, I think, and I think it would add just that much more layering to both Jade and Naomi's characters. But we will have to wait and see. But Naomi, I think, is going to pull this one out. Then we got these WWE United States Championship match between LA Knight, the champion, and Jacob Fatu. What a first year for the Samoan Werewolf. There's been a lot of people with rookie years that have blasted off into the universe far beyond. But even with everything going around with Strowman and Sikoa, and more than likely both of them getting into this match somehow, I think that it's going to be Fatu that wins it. Why? Because he is just... the way that his character comes off each and every week as just a badass, and how it would really take Fatu to another level with Solo Sikoa, I think it would be very interesting to see as the weeks go on after WrestleMania, and be some very interesting storytelling along the way. So, now we got the WWE Women's Championship match with Tiffany Stratton, the champion, and Charlotte Flair. Very tough, in a way, to look at this one and say that either one has kind of a slight advantage over the other right now. Both have been tremendous in their promo work inside the ring, building this matchup. But I think Tiffany's going to come out in this one. It's just got that feeling to it where it's really like Tiffany has momentum and Charlotte has momentum to both come out of this matchup champion. But Tiffany just has that much more to where if they go home with Charlotte being the champion, I think it kind of actually halts a lot of momentum for Tiffany Stratton right now as she's building this championship reign. I think she's got a little bit more to go with that title and a lot more interesting matchups along the way. Who knows? who knows what we'll see down the road. I really do think that Tiffany Stratton's got this one, though. She is doing an incredible job right now. She's been doing tremendous work over the last several years, let alone just this last year. Everything that she did around the title picture and Nia Jax and everything else, just amazing. Where I was honestly a little like, I don't know if I can really get behind Tiffany, but she has really stepped her game up and really has impressed me. And absolutely, I think Tiffany is going to continue being the champion. Our first big main event, night one's main event, the triple threat, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, and the Tribal Chief. Get those ones up in the air, people. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. This one can go either way, any way possible. Is Heyman going to somehow interfere in this match and possibly cause someone to be the winner? Absolutely. Do I think it's going to be an accidental interference? Very possibly could be. More than likely, it's going to be intentional. But this has been one of the showcases of how good this road to WrestleMania has been. The twists and turns in the story of this rivalry between these three, and going back, using the years from back when the Shield first got started and became the Shield for CM Punk. It added that cherry on top that this storyline definitely needed. Will we see somebody's face pop up that might surprise us in this match? Honestly, I think so. But at the same time, I think it's just going to come down to who's in the ring, those three, plus Paul Heyman on the outside, and some kind of screwy happening. Now, who do I think is going to come out the victor out of this situation? That's a tough one. It really is. But I honestly think that with everything going into this, Roman Reigns is going to somehow pull it out. Somehow, some way, Roman Reigns will do it. Whether it's going back a few years to the Stack'em spot that he did with Edge and Daniel Bryan, be kind of cool to see again with CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins. However, again, it can go either way. And while I do think Seth freaking Rollins is going to pull this one out, and that more than likely Paul Heyman is going to have something to do with it, I definitely think Roman Reigns has it. Somehow, some way, he's going to pull it out. Alright, we're on to night 2, guys, and this one is going to be probably one of the most heated night 2s in the dual night of WrestleMania history. I mean, the matches on here are just absolutely incredible. It's going to be a crazy night 2. And we get it started off with a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Io Sky, the champion, Bianca Belair, and Mommy herself, Rhea Ripley. This, again, triple threats are fun because they can go either way. Triple threats are always fun, and when it comes to championship matches and triple threats, it adds so much more uncertainty to the chaos and to the fun. But I think Io Sky's gonna take it. I just think there's just too much heat going on between the EST and Mommy, and I think it's gonna envelop those two, and Io Sky is gonna get forgotten about and come out of that sky and raise that championship up at the end of the night. Next up, tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Titles. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the champions, versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. It's been an interesting little setup going on here. Again, like I said earlier and a few times, twists and turns for this road to WrestleMania. And this was another one that you didn't know exactly where everybody was gonna fit this year. Somehow, it's kind of fitting like a glove so far, and it's gonna be an explosive Mania, definitely. And this matchup is gonna get explosive. However, I think Bayley and Valkyria are gonna come out with it and extend what should be a very heated rivalry into Backlash. Speaking of heated rivalries, AJ Styles and Logan Paul. I can't even front on this one. AJ Styles all the way. There's no if, ands, or buts about it with me. AJ Styles all the way. He is... If Paul actually does it, fine, whatever. But at the same time, I think AJ Styles is just in a certain area right now where he kind of needs some kind of spark to maybe get him back into a championship picture again. I know last year he was there, but he kind of needs to stay around there. He's a big player, as we all know, and a phenomenal one at that. So, AJ Styles all the way, hands down. Next up, we got the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. This one could really go either way. You got the champion Braun Breaker. You got Penta, who's doing phenomenal in just the few months that he's been in WWE. You got Finn Balor. And, of course, Dirty Dom, Dominic Mysterio. There's a lot of times where I think Penta's going to come out in this one, but the more I think about it, I think Dirty Dom's going to do it. I know a lot of people are not going to like that prediction, and I don't care at all. Just his work and his ability to piss people off and to get into Finn Balor's head a little bit more. Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dom, hands down, new leader of Judgment Day, Monday night after Mania. Here we go. So, you don't think this one's going to be interesting to watch, huh? Well, like Liv Morgan says, watch them. Sin City Street Fight, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. It's been a brutal build-up to this one. And I don't mean brutal in a bad way. I mean brutal in these two have been beating each other like a hammer on a nail. Right into that canvas. And honestly, I think Drew's going to get it. I really do. It's at a point where they're both right there with each other pretty much going into the match, but Drew he's going to hit that Claymore from out of nowhere. Done. Somehow, some way, it's going to end up with a table. A few splinters in someone's back. Who knows? Maybe a few chairs across the back. Or a lot. It's going to be a street fight to remember. I know that much. I think every match on this card has a chance to be highly remembered and highly regarded as some of the best Mania matches on a singular card, or two nights anyway, as it has become. And now for the toughest one, because I have no idea who the opponent is. For the Viper, Randy Orton. Who is it? I still think that Kevin Owens is somehow going to show up in this one. Or maybe it's Nick Aldis. Or Do we go further than that? Aleister Black. Who knows? A lot of good choices there. But in a situation that has created kind of a possibility for disruption, honestly, as much as I respect the Viper, that's what makes this one hard, because whoever he faces more than likely is going to get RKO'd, and that'll be end of it. And while it'd be easy to choose Randy because we have no idea who his opponent is, I'm going to go with his opponent. And who do I think his opponent will be? I honestly think they're going to swerve it, and it's going to somehow be KO. Don't ask me how. I just think it's going to be KO. Next up, the big one. The main event of this year's WrestleMania 41. The champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, versus the man with the new theme song. I'm calling it now here. I'm more serious with this one than I am with the Kevin Owens thing. I'm a lot more serious with this one. He's going to have new music come this year's WrestleMania. John Cena. The farewell tour runs through WrestleMania, and it's his last time. Which, by proxy, makes it that much curious to try and do a prediction. Because with as much as Cody has been doing really well as champion, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do down the line with John Cena as champion. And while I'm not necessarily the biggest John Cena supporter like I was when I was a kid, I also think that he will walk out the champion, and we're going to see some very interesting stuff down the road, I think. Some very unique things will happen this year on both John Cena and Cody Rhodes' ends. But John Cena walks out the champion. Does he walk out of the year as champion and walk away with the championship? No. He does not. But he does walk out of WrestleMania 41 as the new champion. And I think, honestly, this year, a lot of championships will be changing hands. I really do think that we will be seeing a lot of the championships change the hands from the last holder to a new holder. Sorry guys, had to switch cameras real quick. But that is my predictions for this year's WrestleMania 41. It's going to be explosive, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a very memorable WrestleMania this year. A lot of fun stuff I think is gonna happen, and a lot of cool, memorable stuff. So if you're a wrestling fan, definitely, definitely try and watch WrestleMania 41 if you can. If not, try and keep yourself up to date with, of course, WWE's YouTube channel or anywhere else that you may be able to keep up to date with it. But yeah, it's going to be memorable. It's going to be fun. Don't let anything sway you from watching it, because I don't think there's going to be too much that anybody's going to be too unhappy with in this year's WrestleMania. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and it's going to be a lot of fun to go back and relive. So, I thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumb on that like button. If you want to subscribe, it'd be really cool of you. And if you want to leave your comments down below on your predictions for either the entire card of WrestleMania this year or just some of the big matches that may interest you, go ahead and leave them down below. I always love hearing from you guys. Aside from all that, always remember to imagine your dream, create your happiness, and live your life on the edge. And I will see you in that next episode. See ya.